Hi, my name is Pratap. I'm from India. My question is to Herman regarding the internet banking situation. And I understand that your first client was Citibank, right? You started with that.
Deutsche Bank.
Deutsche Bank, okay, fair enough. So I guess coming back to that question, there are quite a few big companies within the New York area which also produce the same kind of software. Uh, what is it, I mean, how is it that you can actually do that better? Is it some customization specifically for Argentina, or is it, I mean, is there some specific difference that you were able to convince these banks to actually buy your product?
Um, I didn't understand your question.
I
Well,
guess I'm just wondering, I mean, a lot of these banks also have,
yes,
I mean, they're also
yes,
based in New York and they're based in different areas.
yes,
And there are other companies within the US which also
yes.
make similar products, which are much larger and more established. So when you came in, did you offer something specifically for Argentina, something which would be good for a customized market, or did you offer some kind of an overall
N-
product?
No, the product is standardized for the global market and then is customized for each occasion, for each bank. And when we go abroad, when we face a new client in a new market, there is a customization process during the project that fits the needs, the specific needs of the bank. Uh, what uh, what we use to go, for instance, to New York banks against New York or U.S. competitors is basically a product developed in the new technology available that is not always U.S. or European companies have a product developed in the latest technology. And the second issue is the price. We can go with a very competitive price and a very updated product, and that is our stage now. We have the brand new product developed in the latest technology that is J2EE, and it has we have a client in Europe running this software with this technology, and we came to the market with that product, and we also offer a very competitive price. So if it's a very good alternative for that kind of banks.
It's a question to Luis.
Introduce yourself first.
My name is Janina. I'm from Argentina too. My question goes regarding. I understand that there's a huge gap between the people in Brazil, between the people that can afford the insurance, the dental insurance, and the others that cannot. How did you stimulate demand on these people, and basically is that it's about the culture that they never went to the dentist, or like how which actions did you take to stimulate people to go to the dentist? And I have another question that is like, you said that there were big players in the market, and if you ever thought about selling it, maybe this is for the three of you, selling your company, and when would you consider a right time to sell, like in general, a company like this? I know that some people develop business just to go and sell. So.
Okay, the first question I think is culture. I'm a dentist, as I told you, and you remember that slide, technician plus attitude is equal results. We are taught how to be a good dentist and be just like an artist, and we never had any information about how to run a business, because your office is just like any other business. You have to look for growing and take care of your costs and have good pricing to be able to go to your market, just any other thing. But we are very technicians, so it's very difficult for any dentist all over the world. I don't think that's a Brazilian problem, to pricing their service in order to be able to offer to their population. But here in the United States, in other countries, people have money. In Brazil, they don't have it. We have a minimum salary there. It's around $100 a month. So that's a big gap. What we are trying to do, what we do now, we are a financing system to make a lot of people who can't afford regular treatment go to a lot of dentists that have much less patients than they would like. So we are the bridge to do that. So that's you have to grow that culture, and nowadays our benefit is the second one most wanted in the companies. That's why we are growing. We grew 65% last year, 2003, and this until the third trimester this year, till September 31st, we had grown another 51% over 2003. So we are doing our job and kept growing. The second question, when to sell the company? Once I told you we have big players in front of us, ahead of us. I think it's a difficult question to answer. We are still growing with our own strengths, and once it's a small market, still only 4 million people, I think there is space for everybody who is very well structured to grow. And once the market is a lot of small companies, the 25th company of our market is making like $500,000 a year. So I think will be a very large consolidation of this market, and instead of selling, we can buy some companies there. That's what we are planning to do right now. And I think that's the best answer I can do.
I want to answer your second question also. On selling the company, our challenge now is to grow the company, to have a $25 million company, and one of selling is one alternative that you also have in the market, and that we use that alternative for face the capital market, to go and raise capital. One of the things, or one alternative, is that we can be bought by a bigger company, so people can invest on us, because it's a good business, it's a growing business, and probably there is many companies, especially here in US, that could probably buy the company in the future. We are not looking at that alternative as an exit, our exit, but it can be an exit for an investor.
At school, I had a priest that was teaching me, and he said, "I'm not incorruptible, but I'm very expensive." So, so my point of view to my company is that it's much more expensive than anybody probably will offer me by now. Yeah, because there are many intangibles, not just the patent, but a way of life that I like. Yeah, certain values that I have there in the company are intangibles, and probably I will not receive an offer for what all that is worth for me, and I believe in the growth of the company a lot. Yeah, so I'm not planning to sell unless I get a very, 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 very good offer. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Maria originally from Germany. I have a question for taxes. I was wondering about your IP strategy. So how do you go about protecting your software, probably copyright protection? What are the benefits and costs of protecting it in Argentina versus in the US, or do you pursue both strategies?
Where the software that we develop is protected since the beginning by author law, and that's a thing that you can register in one country, and since there is a pact of San Jose de Costa Rica that protects you on different countries, that adds to that pact, and that's the first step we did for protect our software. So was to register that in Argentina. And then the process, as the business, is to register the same way in the different countries that we have presence, just to have a safest way to protect the software. But in fact, don't really need to protect. And the other thing is that the software is not an invention. It's not something that is different or very different from other software or from something that people or people in the business know. So you have always to make the right decision of when to register and when to get the patent for the software. Because the most important asset that we have is our clients. You may have the patent of a software and don't have any client, and nobody will buy your software. Or if you don't have any track record and you can't demonstrate that you are successful implementing that software, it will be hard to, even if you have the right protect. So the costs are very high of doing things well, because you have to hire lawyers to protect you and to make the right contracts with your clients. And you have to do it at the time. In our case, we did it at the time we were growing. We don't spend a lot of money at the beginning, and since we have a new country, a new client, we did it.
Maybe I could add something that we are with our product. We are already filing the third patent, and we're going for 51 countries. That means that for us, the lawyer budget was a very big issue, and we approached it in the way of studying ourselves. I studied a lot of patent law, really quite big things, to save money on lawyers, because when you want to hire a good lawyer, you have to go to the expensive countries, most probably. And I can tell you that we saved big money just by studying carefully, very carefully, the legislation of many countries. When we needed help, we had to recur to a lawyer. Yeah, but it was a real entrepreneurial activity, like to just study, keep the costs low. And I had a trick that probably the School of Lawyers would not like, but that lawyers will give a free advice the first time you contact them. Yeah, so it was just a small trick that God will forgive me. That it's probably not the best, but I really got a lot of advice just by, and also I met a lot of them. It was a very important decisive fact, and okay, one day I will pay to them anyway.
My name is Donato Torres. I'm from Mexico, and this question is for Luis. How do you go about recruiting dentists and keeping them happy? And if you have any issues with rotation, how do you deal with that?
In the beginning, it was very difficult to get the dentist, and I had some friends, and I had to ask them to work for us. Now, once we have 14 new dentists every year, there is a lot of offer. And we made a study, and a dental organization made a study. And we have a lot of options, not only with new dentists. We have like 40% of all dentists that work for dental companies were graduated with 15 or more years, so it's a lot. And we have a department just to get new dentists, and we got their resume, and we make visits to their office. And once we have that ISO standard to take care of our quality, we measure every month. We have in another office, I will show you in the paper here, it's a Quality Central. They call our members that are in treatment or just made in the last 60 days. And we ask them what do they think about the treatment and the dentist and the THD and the cleaning, all that stuff. So our goal inside is to have at least 90% as optimum or good in those questions. And we are doing that all year. And to distribute the profit, we are, for the first time this year, we are sharing the profit with our employees. That's one of the main things, to get at least 90% in our members and in our organizations that are our customers. Okay.
Last question from Jamie.
This is a question for Alejandro. My name is Jaime from the Philippines. Yeah, for a manufacturing startup, could you talk a little bit about how you've managed to scale both your marketing and your sales channels, and especially, I guess, like towards the early years?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Okay. In terms of like a manufacturing startup, could you talk about how you've managed to scale your marketing and your sales channels, and maybe you can talk about like how your product gets sold?
Yeah, we are actually quite much in that phase. We are starting that phase of really getting big. I mean, the potential for this product is huge, and we know that. And we are actually probably in a phase a little bit before getting to a massive product. Yep. So I think that it's something that we still have to find a way to do. Yeah, to make the business plan to go in that direction and find raise the funds to do that.
Great. So Alejandro, Germán, and Luis, on behalf of everyone here, I want to thank you very much for coming. And to the rest of you, I want you to see these are the kind of people that you're going to be working with during the GLab internship. So as we said last time, the internship already started. Please get in touch with these people and start working hard so we can help build these businesses. Thank you. Okay, so remember, we don't have class on Thursday. On following Tuesday, we're doing internationalization strategies. The case is on Sloan Space, so please download it, and we'll have a conference call as well. Have a good week.